Well, I know Jim better than anybody, and he's a changed man. I mean, with all that's happened and us splitting up, it made him take a long look at himself, and he's really changed.
You say you're close to him so you know him. I think you're too close to get a clear view. A man with a temper like that is bad news, Liz, and you know that, if you're honest with yourself.
But he's controlling himself. He's learned his lesson.
Last time it was me he hit. Next time, who knows? A customer, perhaps? A policeman who comes in here over some minor disturbance. He could cost you your job.
That won't happen. There won't be a next time.
You hope, which I understand, but we can't run the business on hopes. Now, you've been frank with me, let me be frank with you. We like you. We like the way you run this pub. We want you to go on doing that. But you can't do it with that husband of yours still on the premises. I'm sorry, Liz, but it's you who's trying to alter the ground rules, not me. A few months ago, you made a choice to keep your job with Newton and Ridley. We put no pressure on you.
I know. I accept that.
But now you're trying to change the deal.
No. I'm just trying to renegotiate, that's all. I mean, you seem to think I'm running this pub well.
You are.
So you think I've got good judgment when it comes to that. So why can't you accept my judgment when it comes to my personal life?
Oh, we're going round in circles. Your personal life is your own affair. Though, incidentally, I did understand divorce proceedings were underway. Was I wrong about that?
No, there were.
And now they're not. Well, obviously, your personal feelings are involved again. Evidently, it clouds your judgment.
I don't think so.
You've been persuaded to change your mind. Well, women are persuadable, I know that. I know some women whose men regularly knock them about. Yet time after time, they make excuses for them.
Jim isn't like that and never has been. And apart from that, Richard, don't you think what you said was just a little bit patronising?
It wasn't meant to be.
In your own way, you're doing just what Jim did. Telling me how to live my life. That's why Jim hit you. Because he thought he'd put me where he wanted me. Maybe you don't realise it, but you won't let me make my own decisions either.
Don't you think you should go straight home, Mrs. Baldwin, and cook Mr. Baldwin's tea?
Oh, beggar Mr. Baldwin, I'm begging Mr. Baldwin's tea. You can wait. I need a drink. Oh, hi, Kevin.
You're working late. Why don't you pack it in and go home?
Usual reasons. Need the money.
Me too. All the same. You should go home.
Hi, Jonathan's all ready for you, so if you want to wait by the car, I'll just bring him out for you.
Sally.
Jonathan, come on, Dad's all ready to go.
Yeah, we don't have to rush off.
No, I think you should, really, Joe.
Well, we need to talk. I mean, I didn't get a chance this morning.
We haven't got anything to talk about.
Oh, yes, we have. Look, I can't tell you how much I've missed seeing you. I've been counting the days since Christmas.
Please, Joe, I don't want you to say things like that.
What was your Christmas like?
Fine. Well, no, actually, it was horrible. Me and Kevin were snapping at each other all the time because, well, he's worried about money and I shouldn't be telling you any of this. It's not your problem.
Yes, but I want it to be, Sally. You know, you only have to say the word. If things are getting tough for you, you don't have to accept it.
I do, Joe, because that's what I want. That's something you've got to understand. I'm never going to leave Kevin. Never, ever, no matter how tough things might be, and that's how it is.
Sally.
Please, Joe, if you have any feelings for me...
Well, I have. You know I have.
Right, well, then listen to what I'm saying. You've got to forget about anything between us. We can be friendly, but that's all. And I'm very fond of Jonathan, and I want to carry on looking after him till he goes to school. But please, Joe, don't ask for me for anything more than that.
How do you do?
Oh, at last.
Hello, love.
My feet are throbbing because I haven't stopped.
Oh, we've been busy, have we? Good.
Well, of course, you would think that. Yes, I have been very busy working in here all on my own while you have been sat taking your leisure at the town hall.
You're making it sound as if I've been on a picnic.
Of course, that's what it is. Hey, up. You've been drinking and all, haven't you?
Ah, yes. Well, you see, after the meeting, one or two of the lads wanted a quiet word.
The lads? What lads are these?
Your fellow councillors.
The lads! Right load of deadheads, them I've seen.
They happen to be the town's leading citizens, and they paid me quite a compliment, I'll tell you.
Oh, yeah, such as what? Let you get the drinks in, did they?
Well, if you must know, they sounded me out about being mayor again when they reinstated at the end of the council year.
Oh.
Yeah. And that is quite an honour. No matter what you might think. Yes, it would have been my second time, you know, and not many people can say that. Because I was mayor before, you know.
Yes, I do know. You must have told me about 1,000 times.
Yes, well, I felt very pleased and honoured to be asked. Yeah. Anyway, I had to turn it down. Because, you see, with the shop, I had to tell them business comes first.
Come in. Shan't be disturbed in here. Oh, have a chair, by the way. And may I say, thank you for your time. I do appreciate you are a busy woman.
I can always find time for a meeting, Mr. Holdsworth, as long as it's on Better Buy's business.
Oh, indeed, yes, indeed. Right, oh, mind you, this wouldn't be my choice of venue for a social occasion. Oh, no. Anyway, right to the point, shall we? It's our Mr. Watts.
What about him?
Well, I know you've been concerned about his performance in the past. And I have to admit, I have defended him more than once. But I have been forced to come round to your way of thinking.
Oh, yes? What's brought this on?
Well, we have a Mrs. Naylor on the staff here. That's Naylor, Naylor. And I must declare an interest here because Mrs. Naylor and my good self are shortly to be married.
Yes, so I heard. Congratulations, by the way.
Oh, thank you very much, thank you, yes. Anyway, to the point. Mr. Watts has put Maureen and Mrs. Naylor on the redundancy list for this store. And he has done that for one reason, and one reason only, which is to get at me. I mean, the man bears a grudge. I won't go into the whys and wherefores, but you may take my word for that.
As I understand it, Mrs. Naylor is on the redundancy list because she hasn't been employed at the store very long.
Yes, but she is a great asset to the store, you see. She's the sort of staff Better Buy crying out for. I mean, intelligent, conscientious and caring. And as area manager, I can't just stand by while Mr. Watts prunes his workforce at brightest and best.
As you say, you do have a personal interest.
Yes, which I have declared. I have declared that. But I'm talking through my manager's hat now, not through my bridegroom's hat. When I say, and confidently, Mr. Watts is out of order here.
It's very difficult, Mr. Holdsworth. We have to be so careful to be seen to be fair with these redundancies. I don't think we can make an exception for Mrs. Naylor.
Excuse me. I feel I have to underline how strongly I feel about this. And I have to say that if Mrs. Naylor is forced out, I myself shall feel forced to sever my connection with Better Buys, despite my years of exemplary service. Manager at month twice, you know. I'll recommend it 5 times.
Is that a threat, Mr. Holdsworth?
No, it is not a threat. But I just feel it's only fair to point out what Better Buys could be losing here.
Oh, hello there. Could I have a tomato juice, please?
On your own tonight? Where's the blushing bridegroom?
Well, he's a bit tied up at work, actually, but he'll be along soon.
How's the wedding preparations going?
Oh, I'd love to be all right, I suppose. There's so much to think of.
Think of England, love. That's my advice. Lie back. Think of England.
Ah. What did you do last time, then?
Right?
When you were mayor of Weatherfield, you must have managed to cope with the shop as well, that.
Oh, nay, I didn't have the shop then, did I? I was still working for the GPO, you see. It was dawdling them days. They let me have as much time off work as I wanted. They were glad to do it and all. Well, it was an honour for them, you see, me being first citizen. No, it's different with the shop, you see. You can't just be mayor when you shut the shop, you see. It's a 7-day job. It's all day and every day.
If you were mayor, what would I be then? I'd be, what do they call it? Lady Mayoress, would I?
Well, if you were there, you would. You never know with you, though. It's all chop and change. There's no satisfying you. Anyway, I'm not going to be mayor, so it's all airy-furry anyway.
All right, don't jump down my throat.
Oh, hello, Liz. Come in, love.
Hi.
I was going to take a wee wander around the Queen's to see you, but I thought I'd better not in case Wilmore was there, you know.
Yeah. I've seen Wilmore. He won't budge. I did try my best, but I can't shift him. So you owe the pub.
I see.
So I told him. He can keep his pub.
Oh, yes.
I don't like being told what to do. You told me to get rid of the pub, remember?
Yeah, look, God forgive me.
And now Wilmore's told me to get rid of you. That was his mistake.
Oh. Sweetheart, you don't know how much that means to me. So, listen, listen, you and I, does this mean we're going to give it another go, eh?
Well, if we don't, I'm going to look a bit silly.
You're not going to regret it. Liz, I'm sorry you lost the pub. I know how much you loved it.
Yeah, I did. I loved being in charge and making my own decisions, everything being down to me. And I was good at it.
Hey, you were terrific, all right?
I hope you're worth it, Jim MacDonald.
Hi, it's me. Can you talk? All right, I'll be quick. I've got it. I just thought I'd let you know. £50 a week? Oh, I know, that's what I thought. It's exactly what we've been looking for.
Cheers, girlie, mate. It's hard, Betty. I'm ready for this. Do you want one?
No, you're all right, love.
Right, love.
What's wrong?
Wrong. Everything's wrong.
I don't understand. Did you see Mrs. Rogers?
Oh, yes, that's all right. You've schemed and plotted for this, haven't you? I took you out of the gutter into that store.
I don't know what you're on about.
You took advantage of my kindness like you took advantage of my fiancée.
Reg, tush.
You and your redundancy schemes. Excuse me. Hey?
Reg, just calm down. Shut up. Sit down. Now tell me what it's all about.
Right. Well, I went to see Mrs. Rogers and I
Yes.
told her if they didn't want you, they'd have to do without me as well. And she said, well, if that was my decision, that was fine by her. Hey? After all the years I put in there, the tears, the sweat, the blood, I mean, for all that. I'm out, Maureen, I'm out.
Oh, Reg.